Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Bulleit. This is their Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, bottled in bond, coming in at a 50% ABV, at least 4 years old. So Bulleit's one of those companies recently that they're starting to release some interesting bottles. You know, we kind of knew them originally for their budget-friendly bourbon and rye, and then if you wanted to, you can pick up their 10-year bourbon, which was always a really solid pour for the dollar. Then they had their barrel selects and their barrel proofs, always really good pours for the most part. And then it seems like in the past about 2 years, they woke up and said, we can release some more things. And we had their 10-year rye, their 12-year rye, which is phenomenal, and their American single malt, which is great to see a big company actually releasing American single malt. But it does have a barreling date on here of 2017. So this is sourced. But the interesting thing is, being that it doesn't have an official age statement on things, we can kind of guess this is probably close to 6-year-old product. Legally, being bottled in bond, it's got to be at least 4 years, but good chance this might be a little bit older, which they're known to do. So, real kind of a quick spark notes over what bottled in bond is that it has to be 50% ABV, aged in a government-bonded warehouse, all the grains harvested in a single season, all done under one master distiller, and it's got to be at least 4 years old. So, being that this is their newest release, I'm very excited and was really shocked to already find this on my shelves here in Indiana. So, let's jump into it. Bulleit's got this is an iconic bottle. I think that they chose the right choice when it came to their style. I love it. So as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. If you're interested in some other reviews over Bulleit, those links will be up above and down below for you to check out. And while we don't know an official mash bill on here, if we take what we know on the standard bourbon, which is a mash bill of 68 corn, 28 rye, and 4 barley, could be that similar mash bill, might be completely different. So don't always hold that to it. But I could not find an official mash bill on this release. But their rye, their 10-year rye, and their 12-year, phenomenal bottle, especially for the price points. Should be able to tell at least somewhat on the nose and taste, maybe this is older or not. I'm hoping at least. Beautiful golden color. Looks great in the glass. Alrighty, let's go for notes. Ooh. That's got some character to it. Oiliness. Got some tannins going on. Bright citrus. Like a freshly squeezed orange. Nice bit of rye, and being that we kind of know that, again, the standard one has that 28% rye, I wouldn't be surprised. Because there's like an herbal spicy bomb going on here. Like herb garden spiciness. Great proof point on there because it doesn't come across too warm. There's nothing harsh, no off notes, but that is kind of an interesting rye spice. Nice bit of barrel char, the kind of sweet corn, the vanillas, the caramels, your classic bourbon notes are all there. But it definitely on the nose has this more of a spearminty kind of vibe going on. I love it. Ooh, now kind of a tea note. Hold on. A little bit of like a black tea, not quite the oversteeped black tea, but definitely there's like a black tea note in there. Sweet cinnamons, a little bit of clove. But that herbalness, it's like a fresh herb garden going on. That's gotta be a high rye mash bill. I am shocked if it's not. But yeah, overall, classic bourbon, but that high rye portion in there really lifts it up and kind of makes it stand out on its own. On the nose, at least, I'm going to definitely say it smells older than 4 years old. So let's go for a taste and see how it is. Yeah. Ooh, man. Yeah, I got some characteristics going on here. Coats the palate nicely. Doesn't have a huge cling to things. Nice herbal spiciness in there with that rye characteristic. Getting a little more floral rye. You're getting that kind of undercoating of the char from the barrel. A little oakiness going on in there as well. No bitterness, really. Nothing harsh. No off notes. Yeah, I'm going to definitely say this is probably closer to that 6-year mark on age. It just has a great body to it. And you can only really get that either through proof points or for age. And I think they definitely nailed this one on that. A little bit of vanilla bean going on now. My second sip here. Still finding that beautiful herbal mintiness going on. Not quite like spearmint on the taste, but it's got kind of like a minty freshness going on. Got this nice underlying carriage of that kind of oaky char that really showcases that age pretty darn well. Get a little bit of corn sweetness, that corn sweet dusty note in there as well here in the finish. I mean, that's a great example of bottled and bond, if I gotta be honest. And I think it's just got a great profile for it. I wish there was a little more transparency on things, obviously, but at the end of the day, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. It's definitely a step up from the standard bourbon. We're going to have to do an A/B comparison on things, definitely, at some point. But overall, if you like Bulleit's profile, this is it dialed up. I wouldn't say it's quite dialed up to the point of the 10-year, and for the sake of, we'll do an A/B comparison between this and the 10-year as well. But there's just got a great characteristic to things overall. Great daily sipper, and just an honest to goodness, really solid pour. All right, let's talk about grades on this one. So I picked it up for, I think it's $53.99, so $54. I'm seeing it in some websites going as low as $46, all the way up to like $55, $60 price range. And to be honest, yeah, I think low 50s is a good price point, especially if it is older whiskey in here. I give it a solid, I'd say B. I'll go B. Just a nice solid B. It's got a great profile to it. Classic bourbon dialed up just a little bit more. And it's at a reasonable price point for bottled and bond. Again, I really do wish there was a little bit more transparency in what was going on in the bottle. But at the end of the day, if you're a fan of Bulleit bourbon, this is going to be right there on your shelf. You need to grab a bottle. There's no idea on how big of a distribution there is on this release itself. But overall, I like it. It's a good, solid daily pour. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Bulleit Bourbon, bottled and bond, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it might not.